Yo, what's up YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. So we're doing something a little different on our channel. As y'all can see, we in
Podcast.
right, she didn't even let me finish. But we decided to go the podcast route because we felt like that was the best move on the chessboard. We didn't want to go into the pranks and all the goofy stuff. Basically like sell our souls for money, right? We'd rather y'all just be like, hey, we learned a lot of information and knowledge from them rather than a couple laughs, right?
Or just get to know us a little bit better on a more intimate level versus,
Right.
surface level, if that makes sense.
Exactly, because a lot of people, like a lot of couple channels, y'all don't know them for real.
You don't know their outlooks.
Exactly.
Points,
That's why.
thoughts.
That's why I be a lot of people saying, y'all can't be judging them online couples because we don't know what they dealing with in real life.
I mean, that still is the case for us today, just because we share. But yeah.
Right, but we opening it up on like a broader perspective.
Well, right.
By talking about about talking about different things with our points of views.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so this is the first episode, take number 3, because we filmed 2 other ones, y'all, and the audio been off. So we're working on getting the audio on point. If it's echoey, bear with us. But I think everything is good now. So starting out, we got 2 questions we're going to ask each other. I'll ask the first one, you ask the second one, okay?
Okay.
All right, so my question, and I'm asking y'all as well, do y'all think it's important to stay in shape while you're in a relationship? I'm asking y'all and her.
Well, I'll answer first.
All right, go ahead.
I say yes and no.
Okay.
Because the reason why I say that is because not a lot of people are into fitness or quote unquote being in shape. I think being healthy all around is important, but health is not something that is taken as serious, especially people like our age, if that makes sense. So I think staying in shape is very important because at the end of the day, what you put in is what you're going to get out, and we're only going to get older. And as you get older, your health starts declining. Unless, you maintain yourself. So if you're not staying in shape, obviously those things are going to catch up to you faster. But that echoed. But, overall, I just think it just depends on the person because our standards and our thoughts may not be, true for other people. There's people that are sick currently that can't, stay in shape. There's people, you just never know the circumstance for people.
Right, but I'm asking you. You didn't answer it.
I did answer. I said it just depends on the situation. For me personally, yes. But overall, for people as a whole, no, I don't think so.
Okay. Well, that's different. That's I guess that's a good answer because some people can't work out, but even if you can't work out, you can eat healthy for sure.
Hit or miss.
Hit or miss?
Yeah, because realistically, eating healthy is expensive. A lot of people can't afford to eat healthy. Realistically, it's more expensive for you to be able to buy fruits and vegetables versus you being able to buy something that's microwavable.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Or going to McDonald's.
Yeah, exactly.
And getting that $2.99 whatever. Yeah, whatever deal McDonald's have. Yeah, so it's that's crazy. So it's actually cheaper to eat junk food than spending a lot of money eating healthy.
To an extent, of course, depending on where you shop, how you shop, whatever. But overall, in the grand scheme of things, yes, it is cheaper to eat unhealthy than being mindful and buying vegetables or fruits or anything that's healthy, really. Even if you go towards the organic option, which is supposed to be the best for you, that's the most expensive. I would rather just buy generic brand of almonds than an organic almond because of the price, even though it may have preservatives, which are not obviously going to be healthy.
Right.
So.
Well, that's a good point.
What about you?
I think yes, and I kind of agree with her because it is some people with disabilities and health conditions that they can't control. But I'm saying for the majority of people that are normal and don't have no health issues, that's crazy. like, yes, I think it's very important to stay in shape because physical attraction is a thing.
Yeah, but then realistically, like, let's be real. Physical attraction versus like connecting to somebody like with their mind is two different. Like, you can have desires for somebody based on their attractive, you know, look, but realistically, there's a lot of airheads or people that don't have much going for themselves besides their looks. So they'll maintain like the outside, but then realistically, like on the inside, as far as like your mind and like what you're feeding and like the information that you're intaking, it's just nothing there.
Very true, but I'm saying more of like the physical. I agree with that because it is some people out there like that maintain the outside rather than the inside, and you can connect with somebody that don't have nothing up here.
Yeah.
But I'm saying more like physical attraction because I tend to see it a lot, especially like with couples that have been married for X amount of years. Like they lose physical attraction for their partner because maybe he or she didn't maintain their weight or they let themselves go. Some people do that. They think like, hey, you know what? I already got my for lifer. I don't need to do nothing else. We locked in forever. And no, I think you will slowly lose interest in that person if they don't maintain them looks. You might not tell them that, and you might still be married to them and still be in a relationship with them, but you might be starting to venture out. I don't know.
Based on their looks?
Yeah.
Babe, that's a little crazy for you to say.
That's real.
That's a little crazy. So let's say Bob and Jill have been married for 20 years. Bob and Jill have a family. Bob and Jill have gone through ups and downs, just like whatever life had to throw at them.
Okay.
Let's say Jill ended up gaining 50 pounds. You telling me Bob's going to leave Jill because she gained 50 pounds over the years? Or lose interest?
Right. I ain't going to say Bob will leave her, but he definitely will start to step out a little bit for sure.
Okay.
Because you got to think.
Okay.
You got to think. Marriage is a contract.
No, but
Absolutely.
listen. This is still a partnership. So instead of Bob seeking something else, why would he not try to improve the home that he's in? Like, if,
Well, I agree with that. But what if he is trying to improve the home, but Jill's saying, no, I don't want to eat healthy. Or no, I don't want to do that. What if he trying to, but she's saying, well, why you been in, whatever.
I don't know. I believe in unconditional love, and I think that is very conditional love. So I don't like that example.
Right, but it's, to a certain extent, that's true.
I think if it is true, and you are the type of person, you're just not a great person if you are doing that, and the love is just obviously not.
Well, I hate to say it, but it is a lot of people out there that operate that way. I'm not saying a lot of people, but some people, absolutely. Yeah. Some people get into relationships just because they think that person is attractive or whatever. They don't care about what they believe in. They don't care about the family. They just like, okay, this person attractive. That's all I care about.
Yeah, but those people you don't see longevity with. So.
Right.
But overall, I think there's more to like life and relationships than quote unquote maintaining like a physique, if that makes sense, or like a physical attraction.
I don't even.
I think when you feel good, when you look good, you feel good, right?
That's a part of working out.
But to an extent, because there's people that don't work out and they look good and they feel good. So I just think it just depends.
No.
Do you know how many people do not work out? There's a lot of people that don't work out.
Show me a person right now that don't work out and still look good.
A lot of people.
And I'm saying like don't work out at all. If they go to yoga on Tuesday and Thursday, that don't count. I'm saying like strictly don't work.
I don't know. I can't like give you an example on top of my head, but I'm just saying. Like,
because you can't look good and feel good if like a lot of people use that saying whenever they work out, like train the body, the mind to follow. That's the same shit. Like, I'm looking good because I just killed that workout or whatever, or I've been maintaining my physique, whatever.
Okay, so what about people that get BBLs?
Well, they can't say that. They can't say that. They can't say that because
but still
they didn't work hard for that.
But that goes into it. You look good, you feel good. Some people will work out to get there. Some
Well,
people will get a surgery.
well, no, some people get a shortcut.
Or exactly.
But okay, that's cool. That was interesting. So we kind of aligned a little bit with that question.
Yeah.
It's
So
it's
then,
it's like a yes or no. Like,
yeah, I think it just depends. It really all just depends.
well, yeah, you're right. It depends on what the person want or what the two people want before going into that relationship. Like if you say, hey, this is my standard, if we're gonna be together, I want you to be in shape, da 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 da. Jill got an option to say, well, I don't work out like that.
Exactly.
And Bob can go, okay, well, next, whatever.
But also, like, I think it's important to get with people that are like-minded as you. So like.
Well, that's how I go for humans. People don't.
Not always.
Yeah.
They're opposites attract. There's a lot of people who do not like.
But people tend to date. Believe it or not, people tend to date. When it comes to up here, they date close to that. They not finna date an airhead if they graduated from Harvard. You know what I mean?
To an extent, there's a lot of sugar daddies.
Well, here's the thing.
See,
it's a difference between. Yeah, you're right, but it's a difference between actually getting that title of a relationship or marriage versus rather than just hooking up with that person or y'all dating. Because nowadays dating is hooking up. If we want to be honest.
To an extent,
Absolutely.
I think there's still dates. We went on dates. We went to like 5 different restaurants on our first date. No hookups included. So it just depends on the person.
But yeah, I believe that. Like it depends on the person. But I'm saying you brought up the reference sugar daddy. If I'm a sugar daddy, I'm not gonna be looking for a long-term relationship. I'm gonna just date around. Why would I be looking for something serious? But it is a lot of sugar daddies that be married as well.
Yeah, like 20s, like they'd be like what 60s, 70s, married to like 20s, 30s.
Married to like a 25, 26-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I don't know. It all just fit in with what people want at the end of the day. It either work out for you or it don't. But the next question was, I'll let you ask it.
This kind of goes hand in hand. So, do you think people lose themselves when they get into relationships?
Absolutely. Because going back to what I said earlier, some people be like, okay, I got the love of my life, I got my partner, and they're like, okay, to a certain extent, I can slack up on some things. I don't have to uphold this image no more because I finally got my person. And what is the
I don't know if I agree with that.
Why not?
Because
I mean, obviously you don't have to agree. We're not trying to. We're just having a conversation.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, in a way of like, that is just like a prime example of like honeymoon stage. I feel like if you are going to be the person that you portray yourself to be in the beginning, like, working out or like eating a certain way or doing a certain thing, especially when it comes down to like relationships, I think it's important to like uphold that throughout the relationship. If not, like, it's just like you'll always reminisce to like, oh, he or she doesn't do that anymore, so like us, we work out together. I would want to continue to work out together as long as our body allows us to. But just because we worked out a lot in the beginning of a relationship and you're like, oh, okay, a couple of months go by, I don't really need to work out no more. I would like, think back and be like, he used to do that. I wonder why he doesn't do that anymore. And that could be slowly like detrimental to your partner because, you no longer do the things that you said or used to do, if that makes sense.
Well, right. Especially if like your partner enjoy like working out. Mm-hmm. And it was talked about before y'all started dating or been in a relationship. But I think you kind of went over my question because you said lose yourself. But I guess that fell under losing yourself. I thought you meant like mentally or like keeping up with life, if that makes sense. Like looks, career, finances, pretty much everything. Just whatever life throw at you. I took it as like losing yourself. Like, okay, I ain't got to worry about nothing. I got this person now. I don't care about nothing else. I thought that's what you meant, not just
right, but that's what I'm saying is like I don't know how to like explain this, But like I think the way that you're trying to say is like, yes, absolutely, people do lose themselves when they become when they are in a relationship. But if you lose yourself, then your partner is no longer balanced out. In essence, the relationship loses its quote unquote foundation or meaning. So eventually the relationship ends. So I think that a lot of people lose themselves in a way of like being too focused in a relationship, but I don't think that people actually like lose themselves as far as like their jobs or, you know.
Oh, so you saying like within a relationship,
Yeah.
like they uphold it too much.
Yes. I feel like there's a lot of people
Like they stop caring about themselves and prioritize the relationship.
prioritize their relationship. So like if I like to go work out every single Sunday and then you're like, oh, let's hang out on a Sunday, and then I miss out my workout.
Ooh, okay, I get what you're saying. Yeah.
That type of thing.
Yeah, that is true. A lot of people do that. But that's also like I'm gonna make this clear. People only make time for people that they actually want in their life.
Mm-hmm.
Period. So if you're not doing that, or if that person not doing that for you, that means that tell you everything you need to know. You're not a priority in their life. But I agree. Once you start liking a person or you start falling in love with a person, you start making time for them, right? So
and then eventually you stop making
time for yourself, right? But that's up to the person at the end of the day, because it's like, just because you're in a relationship don't mean you stop doing them things, because the things you was once doing probably attracted that person to you. A lot of people don't realize that.
And I think that is something that people realize once it's too late. You know?
What you mean?
Like the example that I used. If Bob and Jill like to work out and then Bob falls off and doesn't want to work out 6 months in, Jill's gonna miss like workout dates. So like eventually things will build up, and then that is how relationships tend to like crumble. So I feel like the persona or the way that you carry yourself in the beginning of your relationship when you first got with that person should continue to either elevate or just continue to get better and better, instead of you like getting worse and worse, if that makes sense.
Very true. And if it's a real partner, they gonna uphold you to to that standard, like what you was once doing. They're gonna be like, well, why you stop doing that on Fridays? Like, you go handle your business, I go do my stuff. Like, if they really loved you, they would do that. They're not gonna go, oh well, that's messed up. You rather do that than come hang out with me. Mm-hmm. I think if they do that to a certain extent, they don't. They at the end of the day, that's kind of like being selfish.
Yeah, or I think it would be better if they offered to do it with you. I think that would be like an exception.
It just depends on the people or the person and the circumstances. Everybody's situation different.
It all just depends. But yeah, overall, I would agree with your answer as far as like people losing themselves to an extent. But like you said, overall, it just comes down to the person, and it's important to continue to be the best version of yourself that you introduce yourself as.
Absolutely, because how you once show a person is what they always gonna know. So If you start slipping up, especially as a man, then you get looked at a different way, and that's facts. I'm telling y'all, that's facts. So make sure you uphold what you once showed. I'll say it again. Make sure you uphold what you once showed, and stay true to yourself. Don't just put on a fake image or fake persona to attract people, because at the end of the day, it's gonna show. you only can hold that image for a certain amount of time before they see through you. So keep that in mind. At the end of the day, it's about being the best version of yourself in or out of a relationship, no matter what. And make sure you have some structure behind that. Don't just fold and bend easily for people. Make sure you like a concrete person with your morals, goals, whatever it is. At the end of the day, you got to put you first to a certain extent. Obviously, once you married or got kids, it differs, but still, you can still uphold your standards and what you once said. But I think that'll be it for episode 1.
Yeah.
That was kind of fun. Something different, We got more topics that we want to talk about.
Yeah.
We've been talking about this for a long time, y'all. Ever since, because now we just moved into a house. We actually in Camilla's office recording. But we was talking about this like a few months ago.
Yeah, a couple months now.
Yeah, a couple months. Like, oh, we're going to start a podcast. We got some more things that we want to do. It's just everything falling in place. We had a couple humps in the road.
Life.
Yeah.
Life has been.
Yeah, life been definitely surprised me. I never had some of the stuff that happened before, so you got to be a certain person to handle it and continue to, take care of it. But I think that'll be it for this episode. We want to thank y'all for tuning in.
And if you have any specific topics that you want us to talk about, comment down below.
Absolutely. Let us know down in the comment section. But that'll be it for this episode. We'll catch y'all next episode.
Bye.